All right, all right, all right. We are now on task 1 of exercise 2. Start the Azure Stack Development Kit installation. So we're going to go ahead and first we're going to click here to launch the RDP client inside the browser. Now you'll see that LOD 80933B comes up. You can ignore that. You need to go in and hit T right here. Maybe multiple times for it to and grab focus. I'm going to hit T here and put this number in. The other one won't quite work. Now we're going to go ahead and now connect, and we're going to specify administrator, and we're then going to put the password in here. So what are we connecting to right here? So I'll click here. We are connecting to a VM that's running in another Azure subscription. We need to simulate an Azure Stack Hub installation, and we're doing it up in real Azure, which is kind of funny because the reason you would be using Azure Stack Hub is you would be using it to ensure that that everything is on-prem and not use the cloud. So we have the VM, a massively big VM, running in a cloud slice. So it's not running on your subscription, but it's running on this cloud slice right here. So kind of cool. So here the network's going to pop up. I'm going to say, no, I really don't need to advertise, but I could put yes. You could put no, you could put yes. It really doesn't matter what you put here. So we've logged on to the computer. So now on the desktop here there's going to be install ASDK. We want to go ahead and right click on this and run as administrator. Bad things happen if you don't run as administrator. Now it's going to go ahead and ask the deployment type. So the deployment type, we're going to put in AAD. Okay. Put that in. Okay. What else is going to happen here? Enter the password for user administrator. So here we are going to want to use this password right here that the text provides. So we're going to put that in as a local administrator password. Now this VM is going to be available to the public. We really need to make sure that we have a strong password here. And now it's going to ask the Azure Active Directory tenant directory name, and that is going to be the Azure sponsorship tenant directory that you created. That's going to be, think of this VM in the cloud slice as a physical stamp somewhere else on site, and your in this case AzStack remote outlook.onmicrosoft.com, which is my my Microsoft account directory. Think of that as your actual Azure subscription. So I'm going to hit enter. And so we have done all of these items right here. And then during the above step, you will be prompted to enter your Azure AD Global Administrator credentials. So if everything is working okay, then what's going to happen is we're just going to go ahead and enter these credentials when this pops up. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this recording. And when about 5-10 minutes goes by, we'll actually be prompted. So here we go. All right, so this will come right up here when you about 5 minutes in, maybe even less than 5 minutes in, you will be prompted for a sign in. So we're just going to put in our sign in right here that has global admin privileges on the Azure subscription that we are going to be connecting this Azure Stack Hub installation to. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put in my super secret password that everybody can see right here, and then we're going to go ahead and sign in, and then we are going to go away for several hours while this installs. This is it for the day. If you've made it this far, congratulations. So you're going to pretty much have to wait a long time for this to be done. So we will pick this back up tomorrow, this video. I'll let this run overnight, and we will see what we get later on. And so now it's a day later, and now we are going to see if we have been successful in deploying the Azure Stack Development Kit. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to log on not as administrator anymore, but as Azure Stack Admin. So I'm going to click on my RDP client, and then I'm going to go ahead and connect. And I'm going to enter these Azure Stack credentials. Okay, that's going to come up. It's configuring the session. And boom. If everything worked correctly, I should have this PowerShell screen on my system. And right here, it should say complete action deployment. And then I have successfully deployed Azure Stack in my environment. So now we are ready to go ahead and start up with Lab 1, Exercise 3.